Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel for this week's energy reading for the collective in our situation, action, outcome, healing energy reading. So there's some really fun messages that have come out today. So I will go ahead and quickly get started. So the situation card that has come out for today is the Eight of Wands. And as you can see below, it says accelerated motion. So the Eight of Wands is a communication card. It's a sort of reaching for the stars. It's swift moving action. And so the situation that I'm reading and getting from this is that, you know, there's something that you have put into place and you want you want things manifesting quickly. You want accelerated motion. And it may or may not be happening, but the situation is that you're looking up. You're looking for that inspiration, because Wands energy is all about inspiration and passion. So you're looking for something to happen. You're looking for that swift change. And the clarifier that came out for it is tranquility. And if you notice, there's a lot of blue and bluish green energy here, which is can be really dealing with the throat chakra, which is also about communication, which is also about expressing yourself, speaking your truth, and so forth. So the situation is looking for this accelerated action, looking for some swift changes. The action card that came out is, excuse me, I'm just getting over a little congestion. So the action card that came out is the truth card. So this is the judgment card in the traditional tarot. And what this card represents, this is a major arcana, which means it's a major theme in your life right now. And what this card represents is, you know, seeing the truth of a situation, having an aha moment, accepting a higher level of consciousness, having somewhat of a new perspective. You know, it really can talk about sort of sitting back and watching the events, looking back at the events of your life and really identifying, okay, you know, how did I get here? So the action step is saying that's what needs to be done right now. It's asking you to really look at the truth of the situation. Really look deep, you know, for this accelerated motion. Why do you want this, whatever this thing is, to manifest into your life? Why do you want this thing? And then looking at the truth, are you focusing on the having of this goal, or are you focusing on the lack of it? Because as we know with the law of attraction, which is interesting because the clarifier that came for this is magic. You know, the law of attraction, you know, for your physical 3D brain is kind of like magic, even though the universe is like, well, no, not really. It's just how we set up the universe. But looking at this and understanding, you know, why do you really want this goal to manifest? And are you focusing on the having of it or the not having of it? Because whatever you spend your time focusing on will magically, or not, be attracted into your experience. So truthfully look at, that's the action step. Take a truthful look at what is it that you want, why you want it, and what are you really spending your time focusing on. And if you start the focus, or you shift the focus to the having of this goal versus the not having of it, then the outcome is going to be, this is the Emperor card. This is the major arcana. It's the 4. It's the Emperor. This is all about leadership. This is about authority. So the outcome will be, you know, taking control of the situation, taking control of your life, moving your life into a more powerful direction, moving into a place where you have more independence, moving into a position of better authority, and not over other people, because the truth is we have zero control over anybody else, but moving into more control and authority over how you feel every day, moving into authority over what you do with your time, how your life continues to manifest, the things that continue to manifest into your life. I mean, we are extremely powerful co-creators. And by accepting this truth as your action step, the result, the outcome, is having better control over those things that show up. And what's interesting is the clarifier that came out is the teach card, which part of teaching, if you have ever taught anything, one of the best lessons I've ever learned in all of my years of teaching is the more I teach it, the better student of that topic I become. So I really feel like in this situation, this teach card really is talking about being a better student of the law of attraction, being a better student of controlling and manifesting and having authority in your life, not anyone else's. So the internal energy that we're facing right now is storm warning. And what I like about this card, a lot of people, when they see this, they kind of get nervous. I love this card because with the storm, anything that doesn't belong gets washed away. And if you are on any kind of progressive personal development journey, you want the things that aren't serving you to be washed away. You want those things to be taken out of your life. You want those things to leave. And that's what's so really such a great blessing about this storm warning card. And notice it's a number 10, which means it's a completion. So it doesn't mean the storm's going to last forever. It simply means, hey, you've come to the end of these things in your life. They're not serving you anymore. So internally, your internal guidance is saying, get rid of those things. Get rid of those limiting beliefs. Get rid of those negative opinions. Get rid of those things that aren't serving you anymore. Let the storm, let this inner disruption wash those things away. The way that you feel is your guidance system. So your emotions will tell you whether you're in alignment or not. So if you're currently not in alignment with the things that you want, that's okay because it's creating contrast, which is directing you to the things that you do want. And so in the process of knowing what you don't want, you then can determine what it is that you do want. And if that's going on internally right now, then you're washing away all of those things that serve you no longer. Let those things go. So I think this is a beautiful internal energy card. Now, the external energy that we're looking at right now is envy. And what I'm getting from this particular card is really stepping into a place of appreciation. Yes, we do want this goal to be coming quickly into our life. We do need to really go back and understand why it is that we want it. And what are we focusing on? This card is indicating that a lot of us are focusing on the lack of it in our lives right now. And if you want to manifest into your experience the things that are pleasing to you, you've got to focus on having of it, not the lack of it. This card is saying that a lot of us are focusing on the lack. So it's time to shift your perspective to what would it feel like to have this goal completed? What is the emotion that comes along with that? And stay in that emotion more time throughout the day versus the lack of that emotion. And this is also a quick reminder to be really grateful for where you are and what you do have. When we're constantly looking outside of ourselves and looking outside of what we do have and where we have come, we miss that opportunity for gratitude for where we are. Yes, a lot of us are in a situation where things could be better, but we're also better than we were before. And so it's really taking a moment to be grateful for where you are and shifting your perspective, shifting your focus to what it will feel like to have that emotion of having of it versus the lack of it. So the affirmation card for this week says, I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. I love that. I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. And the back says, at this very moment, enormous wealth and power are available to me. I choose to feel worthy and deserving. So if you want to manifest something different in your experience, start with feeling and understanding and knowing that you are worthy and deserving of whatever it is that you're wanting, whether it's a pile of money or a better relationship or better physical fitness or just feeling better in general. Step into the awareness that you are worthy, you are deserving, and know it to be your truth. You are a divine being. You didn't come here to struggle. That's not our purpose here. We are powerful co-creators, and the purpose here is to be in the process of creating, to be in the process of manifesting. That's what we're here for. So embrace that and know that you are worthy and you are deserving. And this week, I decided to pull out a card deck that I haven't used in a while, and it's the Spirit Animals cards, and I got the owl for us, for the collective this week. So the owl talks about omens, pay attention to signs. And I mean, I don't really need to say a whole lot more about this because there's probably going to be a lot of information in this particular reading this week that's going to resonate with you. And so if you're asking for a sign of what to do, this is it, folks. If you're finding this video and any of this actually resonates with you, even on a slight level, this is the sign. This is the sign that it's time to take action on understanding the truth of who you are, understanding the power of co-creation, understanding that you are deserving and you are worthy, being appreciative for where you are, focusing on the having of where you are and the having of the new item versus the lack of it. You know, focus on leading your life and letting go of trying to control other people. Focus on understanding that what isn't serving you needs to be let go. So this is your sign. Lots of really great messages here, beautiful information. If you'd like to have a personal reading for your particular situation to get a little bit more in-depth on what you can do and what steps to take, you can find my information in the description below on how to reach me. And I thank you again for joining me. I'm Ilona with Spiritual Giant, and I hope you'll tune in again. Thank you.